Hi ladies and gentlemen, this is Monroe again. I'm coming to you with another video substantiating my claims that things aren't run the way they should be with our school board. But first I want to let you know, because I know they're going to come for me when I start putting these things out, I'm far from perfect. I've been a bus driver for 10 years. I've had my situations on my bus with disgruntled parents and disgruntled students, and I'm sure they'll continue to be such, because every day is a new day, and with a new day comes new challenges. So I just want you to know I don't think I'm perfect in any shape, form, or fashion, but I do know that what I tell you is going to be a fact. So I just want to get that out there, because I have a sneaking hunch that they're going to try and come at me from that angle. So with that said, what I'm going to discuss with you today is the budget for the Broward County School Board and what the expenditures are that I know of that I think are a little off kilter, okay? For instance, last year, the budget was $4.5 billion, not million, but $4.5 billion, okay? This year, they're talking about they save money. The new budget is $5.3 billion. That's almost $1 billion increase, okay? Now, we're going to take Mr. Runcie, because basically he is the superintendent of the school board. They just gave Mr. Runcie a 21% increase in his pay. He was making, I believe it's $275,000 a year. Now he's going to be making $335,000 a year. And now this is when they're saying that monies are tight and they can't afford to give the bus drivers more than 2%. These are the same bus drivers in attendance, by the way, that did not get a raise for 4 or 4.5 years because of a hold and a freeze on the salaries. Now they've stayed here, they showed good intent, they showed that they were loyal, and how do they repay them? They fight with them. They wanted to give a 2% raise, I think it was the last time, but got it up to 2.5%. But now mind you, Mr. Runcie gets a 21% increase? Come on, ladies and gentlemen. And that doesn't even include the insurance package that goes along with it that makes it worth that much more. What I'm saying to you is, if there's all this money, I want an accounting of where this money went, why it is that they say that they don't have the money to give a proper raise to the drivers and the attendants, and also to the custodial staff, to the cafeteria staff, and all the lower employees that have to fight tooth and nail to get a raise, to get anything that they can be able to afford to feed their family and go to work. It's just ridiculous. The scales are totally off. So what I'm telling you is real simple. If you get me on that school board, there's going to be changes made. There are going to be changes, because they have it right now that the school board cannot question Mr. Runcie unless they have due cause. Well, trust me, ladies and gentlemen, if I get on that school board, I'll find the due cause, and there will be questions, and they will have to be answered. This stuff of willy-nilly and the good buddy system that they operate under, which basically, when somebody like myself wants to further advance their career with the school board, they put in an application, and the job has already been predetermined. This hasn't only happened to me, it's happened to many of my fellow employees. And I trust that they're going to vote for me on this, because they know how hard it is, okay? And what they do is they go do the fluff and duff. They let you give your resume, then you don't hear from them. You don't get a thank you, kiss my behind, you don't get anything. You very rarely will you get a letter stating that they've hired somebody else. That's going to stop. Okay, the good old boy system, because when I get on the school board, if there's a manager that hires somebody, they're going to be able to show me good cause why they hired that individual over the other individuals that have been working here for 10 or 15 years and they bypassed them. And it better not be, I'm telling you now, it better not be that I find it's the good buddy system or that they're helping a family member, nepotism. That is all going to stop. When I get on the school board, I guarantee you that'll be one of my #1 things. So what I'm saying to you is real simple. They're giving this man a 21% increase in his salary, okay? They're offering to the school board members, to the drivers and the attendants last year, I can tell you, was a 2% raise, and then they had to fight it to 2.5. They went from 14 up to, I believe it was 14.49. And they had to do that because they were offering the new drivers that. They didn't even want to do that, but they had to give us that because they couldn't pay us less than what they were offering the new drivers. And that in itself is a criminal situation as far as I'm concerned, because you got drivers with 10, 12, 13, 14 years experience, and they're making the same money as a driver that just first comes in. Now, I'm not saying that all the drivers that first come in are not qualified, but there are a lot of them that are, and it needs to be rectified, ladies and gentlemen. Please donate to the cause. If we get 1/4 of the registered voters to donate $1 in Broward County, we've got more than enough to run this campaign properly. Those monies will be used for the $2,000 that it takes to register to get on the ticket to run on the ballot, and the rest of it will go towards, and I'll show you where every dollar goes. It'll go for telephones to be set up so that people can call in to me and my staff to find out if they can get help when they call the school board and they never get an answer. I'll point them in the right direction where they have to go to call, who they got to get in touch with, and I'll get back with them personally. And it won't be 4 or 5 months later. I'll be on it. That's how bad I want to be on your school board. You want results, give me the opportunity, and I guarantee you it will happen. It's our school board, it's not theirs. We do not work for the school board. The school board works for the community. This is something that's gone past their thought process, and they don't see it that way. And they think they can get away with anything they want. It's not that way. We have the power. Once I get on that school board, we'll have the controlling vote, so when they do foolish things, we can stop it and say, hey, enough. But I've got more for you on my next video, so I don't want to get into too much. I don't want to bore you. Please donate to the cause. If you donate $1 from 1/4 of the registered voters, we'll have more than enough to pay to get on the ticket, to pay for the media campaign, to pay for the signs, and I'll show you where every dollar goes. And if I don't make it, whatever's left will be donated to children's causes, and it'll make sure that it goes to the child, every dollar. I thank you for your time. I'm Grover Monroe, and I want to be your school board member, for you, looking out for the community. Thank you.